If I hit this man clinically in the head and he goes down, well, it's done. But if I don't get a clean shot, or it's not significant enough, then he will create a barrier, he'll flinch. So the modern, the martial art concept of trapping, when we end up here, we do all this kind of stuff, comes off the idea that somebody's thrown a punch and somebody's put up a hand and now there's a cohesion. Mm-hmm. But the cohesion doesn't look like this, because people don't flinch like this, they flinch like that, or they flinch like this. So what you're more looking at is, as I go to hit him, he then covers his head and there's a barrier. What I can decide to do here now is either clear this barrier so I can continue my strike, which would be trapping. It would be more caveman trapping. So rather than this kind of clear the line, boom, and I do this, is I've thrown a shot, he's covered his head here, now I need to clear that line here, so to open the target again. If for whatever reason I can't open the target, so if you had a really good tight cover, now this line, cover your head, is blocked. It's futile. So now I go low to get high again. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So this would be called branching high and low. But what we want to work is just a couple of drills that will allow us to get the feel of attaching to an arm, clearing it, and hitting. Do you understand? So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to look at first of all, right, is our basic way of striking. So I want to strike here. And then from here, I'm just going to clear this line and he's going to feed me this one. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to strike that and I'm going to visualise that he's put up a barrier. Strike, clear, strike, clear, strike, clear. That's what I'm going to do first. Then I'm going to add tools to it. Mm-hmm. All right? So we give me this one here. I'll go boom and then clear the line, boom and then clear the line. And the next shot, for a hammer fist, clear the line, hammer fist, clear the line, and for an elbow, clear the line, and an elbow. Mm-hmm. That's all we're going to do first. So it's getting you used to hitting left and right with these said tools whilst clearing and attaching. Yes? You understand what you can do with drills like this? You're developing tools. So in this case I'm going to put together the palm, the hammer, the elbow, clear the line, palm, hammer, elbow. Accentuating a couple of points, right? So from here this presents a target. I'm stood neutral because I want to practice body mechanics. So often he'll give me two pads in such a way like this. This doesn't reflect that I'm stood in front of two people. Because if I hit one of them, the other one's got to be on me. If I hit the other's got to be on me. So there's no time. If you were dealing with two people, you would get to the outside, to the flank first. When these pads are shown in this way, understand that the drill is just done in this way to develop torque and turn of the hips. So stood here right now, my feet are on a parallel line in front of him, hands available. From here, when I turn and address this subject, I'm now rear side, strong side, back. Same here if I turn it this way, rear side, strong side, back, because we're seeking to make both tools equally efficient. From here, I'm practicing footwork, torque, body mechanics. I'm also working tool development because I'm working in this case the palm, attachment, hammer fists and elbows. From here, clearing a line which represents a barrier whilst I'm moving to a flank. So I'm doing that left and right, so it's giving me many things: the ability to flank left and right, the ability to clear an attachment, the importance of when you clear an attachment or grab him in some way that you use a monkey grip and don't wrap your thumb so you don't get it broken, and having the ability to develop power left and right. So putting that drill together, all we've got from here is you've got his palm, we're on attach now, and I have on our elbow. From here I'll clear the line and flank. Palm, elbow, clear the line and flank, and then repeat. Right, so that's what we're doing. Drills in this little module are designed to develop that ability left and right, so it's giving you lots of good shit inside of one thing. Here's another way in which we can employ it. So from here, if he stood and presents a target to me, he's going to reluctantly give ground, short distance, because proximity won't allow it, and then I'm going to turn. So from here I'm going to palm strike and attach, then I'm going to hammer fist, and I'm going to elbow. I mean, now I'm going to arm drag and pull him this way, and he'll now present the opposite target, and I'm the opposite way round. So now I'll go palm attach, hammer fist, elbow, drag him and pull him this way, then he'll give me this target. Clear this line, clear this line, and so on. So I'm learning to move and hit from all directions. Right?
Yeah.
We're going to look at it as an entry for a tile. So like a tie clinch, but combatively done. So combative tie clinch has lots of incidental shots on the way in, right? So a normal clinch in tie would just be here I grab, just here I grab. But here, I'm hitting him with 3 incidental shots on the way in. So I'm cupping up somewhere around the back of his brainstem, stroke brachial plexus, and I'm getting the back of his head on the second shot. So on this one, I'm getting brachial, then the back of the head. And it'll be here. Cadence of 3. Ba ba boom. Boom. Just from here. When he goes in and then I'm loaded. Do you understand? So I want you to get the feel. So to make a combative skill fixed in terms of understanding it, doesn't take relatively long because it's a gross motor skill. But once you've got it, if you keep training it in the same way, it doesn't improve. In fact, it becomes a point of diminishing returns. So how you improve your skill set, once you have the basic self-preservation level, is to work your self-perfection, which is attributes. So in this case, we're using half beats and timing. Rather than me do this, I'm going from here, which is straight away fucking pattern interrupting your brain. And as I do that, boom, this shot comes in, and now I can do what I want. Yeah. So practicing these half beats, just here, this palm to this forearm, and then slap the back of your hand, bam, bam, bam. This is the simplest way. From here, this is how I do it. Like this, boom. From here, I use your tire, put you down, and then finish up. Yeah. What I want you to do is have a little practice of that. So from here, I just want you to work from here, where I'm just going to concussively grab this, hit. So you can hit with your hand in your hand in your forearm, whatever the fuck, just from here, boom, hit in, and then pull it in. Pull this in to the sharp point of your shoulder. Then from here, drive your knee. From this position now, just to practice striking, you're going to just pop with your bicep to load him up, which offers another shot here onto the part of my elbow. So basically what I'm doing is this, clinching, kneeing, coming off, and elbowing. So if I said to you, how do you do that? You would just clinch, knee, elbow. So you would pull back to load up, and then hit, right? But inside of that, there's little nuances that you can start to develop once you've got the core skill. So from here, instead of going 1, 2, 3, I'm actually going 1, 2, 3, 4 into this, 5 into the low line, 6 popping them out, 7 here, boom, and then 8 for the money shot. So it's all here, here, right? So I'm pulling you in, popping you out, loading up for this shot. Give it a go. So, clinch, right knee. Now from where you are now, pop with one of your biceps. Just pop, yeah, now hit him. Slap and hit, good. Again. Pull, knee, whip it out, hit, good. So release it. Don't hold this when you pop out, because now you're stabilising the head. The whole point is I want to shake the head. So I'm hitting it here, here and here, and when I pop it, I'm letting go with this hand and pulling this momentarily just a second before onto the elbow. That's it. Here's your elbow. Think of it in simple terms, right? First one, from here, pull, pop, hit, pull, pop, hit. Good. Speed it up, less tension, get a bit of flow. That's better. So it's these little nuances that make the difference. If I grab somebody in this way, they know they've been grabbed. More, pull, pop, hit. Good, again. Good, you got it. Excellent. Have a go, bruv.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Hey?
I'm recording.
You are?
Yeah.
Right, so let's look at this clinch from a different entry. So maybe from here, using deception, splaying my hands, I'll throw this underclap. A lot of people, when they go clapping the ears to pulling them in, keep the hands on. So they go here and then pull. It's a wasted opportunity to fuck him up. So come off. So from here, like touching a hot plate, just like either side of the neck, either side of the ears, cop the hands or don't. Hit both sides of the face, one side of the neck, one side of the head. Doesn't matter a fuck, just hit the head. And use it ballistically with elastic energy. So from here, I'm just going to boom, come off. Putting my hands here now gives me the opportunity to now pull him in again and do this. Rather than this, I'm going boom, hit him here, boom, hit him here and here. So I'm maximising my combative efficiency with incidental shots. So here's the drill. I'm going from here, double slap, combative clinch, boom, knee low, boom, there's your elbow. Yeah? This will be one example. Another example might be when I combatively clinch here now to open the line, I might just bump with my shoulder and then load the elbow. Here I went bicep, here I just went bump. Both do the same thing. Or I might take my thumb and gouge the eye to load it. From here now I've got a head bop, now I've got an elbow. One way I like to employ it is like I'm throwing a medicine ball. So from here I'll clinch this in, then I'll throw the head, throw it and catch it. So I'll pull this in and throw him and catch him. So if you come here to me and show me back, because then you can do the right energy. So from here when I clinch, boom, I can gouge to load, head bop and elbow. Yeah, I can shoulder bump to pop him out to start striking him, or I can throw and catch. So from here I ballistically clinch, I'm just going to throw the head. And as I throw the head, I'll catch it on this hand, boom, which then boom, opens the range. Do you understand? So I want you to try all three. You've done pull, pop, hit. You've done pull, gouge, hit. Now I want you to pull, bump with the shoulder and hit. Then pull, throw the head and catch it and hit. Got it? Let's try it.
Yep.
In terms of principles, everything's principle based. When you grab somebody and pull them to you, you're in effect closing them down. This is often referred to as crashing the gap. So here I'm basically crashing the gap. I'm stifling his movement. In order for me to hit him effectively now, I need to open the gap up. Yeah, so what's called build the gap. So to build the gap, I could just hold, move off, and then hit, which is the most inefficient way. Or I could do something ballistic to create the gap. So this crashes the gap, gouge the eye, builds the gap. Now boom, and I'm here, and I'm here. Pop in with a bicep, boom, builds the gap. Now I'm here, I'm here. Pop in with my shoulder, builds the gap. Now I'm here. Or throw in and catch him, builds the gap. Do you understand? Crash the gap, build the gap. That's what you're doing. A little bit close. Back up a bit, boys. Back up, back up.
Back up now.
Good. So first one, I'll talk you through it. Pull. Now pop with your bicep. Good, now hit. Good. Now again. Pull. Now bump with your shoulder. Now hit. Good. Right, two more. Pull. Now gouge the eye to get the head back. And hit. Good. Final one. Pull. Now push and throw. So throw and catch. Throw his head, catch it on an extended hand. There you go. Now hit him. Boom. Good.
Yeah.
Right, so like I said, anything that you practice in terms of skill set, 80% of the work that you do with it should be cultivating impact. So you're going to do that by hitting things hard. Partner crossover is great for target acquisition, to feel what it feels like to manipulate another human being that's resisting, but you can't put the shot in because it sucks and it's his turn in a minute. So 10% of our training is partner crossover, the work we just did. 80% is impactive work, that's your bread and butter, and leaves 10%, which is simulation scenario training. You have kit. Depending on the kit, depends on how hard you hit. But with the best kit, you can hit pretty hard and still manipulate a human being that's a different target to a pad. But your bread and butter and your meat is this, right? So from here I can practice this combative clinch ballistically because I'm just slapping the back of his arm, which is much better than his neck. So from here I'm just going to clinch this in. Clinch this in. Once I get this, I'm going to find where the eye would be, peel it back, throw my head, bop, bury my elbow. This would be the first one that we did. Second one from here, I'm just going to pull this in and I'm just going to pop with my bicep. And using the back of the hand, I'm going to use the cadence of a half beat, slap, and an elbow. Yeah. Third one that we did, from here I'm just going to pull it in, I'm just going to bump with my shoulder and catch. From here now, boom, there's my shot. Final one, just pull it in, I'm just going to throw with this hand and catch with that one, and now I'm here, boom, and now I finish with my shot. Commonality, building the gap, crashing the gap rather, building the gap. Yeah. So in terms of application, I'm ballistically hitting here, I'm pulling in. gouging to load up some shot to follow, and then burying the shot, sorry. Right? Here, I'm pulling in, popping out the inside of my bicep, slapping and hitting with my elbow. Here, pulling in, bumping in with my shoulder and catching, so there's ballistic impact here and here to here. Then when I bump with this, there's impact, and then there's impact when I catch it. And then bang, there's my money shot. Right? From here, final one, pulling in, I'm just going to push and throw, push and catch. And boom, boom, follow up from here. Yeah? So everything you do, you want to do on impact and partner crossover.